Hello, hello, hello. Tell your mama I said hello. They say we live. Is it the truth? I don't know. Let me know. You tell me. Is we live? Got some speak for y'all today. Got some speak for y'all today. Let's just say I was inspired today. Indeed, I was inspired today by one of my homeboys, one of my homies, somebody that I consider to be an actual, a show enough friend. When I say I was inspired, it's not easy to inspire me, to have me inspired. And this person actually did that. Because to be honest, I had no intentions on coming on here today. I really didn't. Why? Because the snow fairy came and visited me in my sleep and threw all this powder in my facial hair. And I haven't been able to get it out. And I didn't really want to get on camera with all this powder in my facial hair. But that's neither here or there. I'm trying to do something. I'm multitasking over here. So give me a second. Yeah, you know what that is? Do you know what multitasking is? Multitasking? Well, if you do, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing over here. I'm multitasking. That's like chewing gum and walking at the same time. Or maybe it's like stealing skateboards and no, let me see. What is it? Driving skateboards and stolen fire trucks at the same time. That's an inside joke. Don't even worry about it. All right, what am I doing over here? I'm trying to do something. I'm gonna figure it out. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna figure this whole thing out. And a second to me might be an hour to you. So, but what else do you have to do? You're staring at me right now. So hold on for a minute. And I know you might have you seen that thumbnail, the aftermath of Baltimore beef. Ooh, you might have got excited and got tingly all over just knowing you was going to see gore and blood and all that, blood and gore, all the bells and whistles. You know what I mean? But I just want to let you know you're in luck because I have that in for you indeed. I have that for you indeed. All the bells and whistles. First of all, you're going to have to play along. The subscribe button. I need you to hit that first. Then there's a bell right beside that subscribe button. Push that bell. Ding dong. As far as the whistles go, I would advise you to find your local lifeguard because I can't tell you nothing else as far as freaking whistles go. I'm not whistling for you. You know what I mean? Find yourself a lifeguard. But what I am going to do for you, I'm going to give you some jewels that you can leave here with. In other words, I'm going to learn you something. Yes, indeed, I'm going to learn you something. Like I said, I'm getting some things in order right at the moment. So bear with me. And I wanna start off the whole thing. This whole thing. I was happened to be on Facebook earlier, right? And I very seldomly go on Facebook. Sunfish, salute, brother. But like I said, I very seldomly go on Facebook. Otherwise than to I post my content from YouTube on my Facebook. Other than that, I very seldomly go on there. But I just happen to be on there today. And the reason why I say it's very seldom that I go on there because it be depressing. Because every time I go on there, for the most part, it's always a bunch of posts, rest in peace posts. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to this person, rest in peace to that person. You know, and like I say, it's actually depressing. You know, stuff like that actually messes with my energy. I could be starting off the day pretty good, and that I see that type of stuff, and it starts to drain me. And it was like, I mean, out of the first 10 posts that I saw on my actual page, like at least 4 of them had rest in peace. You know what I mean? In the post. So with that being said, I'm gonna send my condolences out to Uncle Stink, Rob McGee. I want to say rest in peace to my childhood friend Wayne. I want to say condolences to my homie Jack Coker on the passing of his son. And it was someone else that I can't remember right off bat, but anybody else that I might have missed personally while I was giving out these condolences. If I missed you, it wasn't intended. You know what I mean? But like I said, that's what got me to the point that I really don't want to look at Facebook. But anyway, I happened to be strolling through the timeline and I came across a Facebook Live that had my friend Joseph Maurice Crawley on it, right? And he happens to be dealing with some stuff, some medical issues, and he's in VA hospital, right? But he came on live and did a live and was just speaking. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, and you would think that someone who's got a situation, a very serious health situation, that they would be concerned with themselves, right? Not to say that he's not concerned with his own health, but his live was actually more so about the 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 youth, the youth in the city. You know what I mean? The way the city is set up, what's the things that are happening in the city at the moment, how the youth are killing each other. You know what I mean? At a high rate. And the live was actually so, I mean, it was so deep and so passion filled. You could feel his passion in his words that you knew that he was, you know what I mean, serious about everything that he was saying in the live. You know what I mean? It even brought tears to, you know what I mean, he was crying during the live, saying what he was saying. and you know that it was heartfelt, and they couldn't, you know what I mean, to the point that he started snatching water out my face. You know what I mean? He started snatching water out of my face, and I was actually on the job at the moment. I'm just glad I was happened to be in the bathroom, in the restroom at the time. You know what I mean? When I was looking at this live, if anybody say, "Well, why was you in the bathroom looking at a live or whatever?" Some might say I was hiding from work. Some might say I was preparing myself for work. Whichever way you want to say, I was there and I had water snatched out my face. I just say I'm just happy that I was in the actual restroom at the time when I was viewing this live, because, like I say, it was water falling from my face. If someone that saw me, they probably would have thought I was having an emotional breakdown. You know what I mean? Probably would have been like, "Oh, do you need to go home?" You know what I mean? No, Maurice just getting to me right now. You know what I mean? That's how, to the point where as though, and I've been struggling with, I said I want to do a certain type of content on my channel. I want to do a certain type of content on my channel where as though I bring certain people on and interview them or whatever, certain people from the city or whatever that been through certain things or whatever. So when I'm trying to, you know what I mean, convey a certain message, you know what I mean, these particular people can help me, you know what I mean, actually convey this message in a better way, because they've been through the actual things that I'm actually speaking upon. And my homeboy Maurice is actually, I mean, his story is, I mean, I think about it. I know so many interesting people that is crazy. You know what I mean? But Maurice's story is actually an amazing story in itself. You know, I mean, he been through the street things. You know what I mean? He's actually a paraplegic right now. You know what I mean? He's wheelchair bound right now from a shooting incident. You know what I mean? Some years ago. You know, but it's not like, you know what I mean? The average person would think, well, he's from Baltimore, he's in a wheelchair from a shooting or whatever. He must have been doing something he ain't had no business. Well, some might say that, but it's not like that he's just this person that, you know what I mean? Oh, straight off the porch to the corner, this, that, and the third. Maurice is a veteran. Maurice happens to be a veteran. Maurice actually fought for this country. You know what I mean? Maurice actually fought for this country. You know what I mean? But this is something that happened when he actually fought for the country and made it back. You know what I mean? He actually made it back for fighting for this country and happened to have this situation happen to him in these Baltimore streets. You know? But long story even longer, when I took my extended lunch break, you know what I mean? I hit Maurice on the I hit him on the messenger, you know what I mean? Like the FaceTime joint on the Facebook Messenger. You know, and I was speaking to him and I was telling him how I wanted him to come on my channel, because like I say, I was going through some stuff where as though I wanted to trying to figure out who did I want to have on the channel first, far as on the interview tip or whatever. And I said it was a no-brainer. After how he spoke and the way, you know what I mean, what he said today, you know what I mean, actually brought me to tears like that. I was like, it's a no-brainer. I want to start with Maurice. You know what I mean? I want Maurice to be the first person I actually bring to the channel, you know what I mean? Whereas though he could actually give his testimony, you know what I mean? Because his story, I only want to even call it a story. I would just call it a testimony. You know what I mean? And he speaking to how you could be, the average person probably don't even that much even think about, you know, actually just the process of walking. You know what I mean? Don't actually think about something like that, because people that can walk don't even consider it, you know what I mean, a big deal. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of standing up and moving. You know what I mean? Except when you're the type of person that you lose that ability, and you end up confined to a chair. You know what I mean? But then you don't take that as something to be down about. You take it as something where as though you want to tell other people that might be hidden in a direction that could potentially end up where he's at, if not worse. But he's actually, you know what I mean, more concerned about them than he is about himself. You know what I mean? But like I say, I called him. Like I said, we spoke for about 15 minutes. And like I say, he's going through some medical stuff or whatever. And, you know, he's tired. He was telling me how he's weak, and, you know, and I would have loved for him to been able to come on and you know what I mean, and talk on the joint today. That's where the thumbnail that I actually put on the joint today came from. You know, because when I spoke to him about it, he was like, it would have to be called the aftermath. Because people think about crime or whatever, but they don't think, I mean, the things that happen with people hustling, being in the streets or whatever. But they don't think about the aftermath of when a person gets shot or whatever, and they don't actually pass away. You know what I mean? What them people actually go through. You know what I mean? Afterwards. And I was like, damn, that's deep. You know what I mean? Damn, that's deep. I didn't tell him, but I was saying to myself, Maurice, I'm stealing that. Marty, I'm stealing that. You know what I mean? And if you know what I mean, if you plugged in Marty, you know what I mean, I'm sorry, I had to steal that for the thumbnail, bro. I had to steal that for the thumbnail. Oh yeah. I see it. It's always something, bro. It's always something, fish. You know what I mean? Everybody got something that we dealing with, man. But like and he even brought, my homie even brought that up as far as the whole mental health thing. You know, people try to shy away from the whole mental health thing or whatever. I say, man, we all screwed up. Right now, it's not a person walking this rock. It's not a person walking this rock that ain't screwed up in one way or another. You know what I mean? If you show me a person that ain't, you know what I mean, going through something, regardless of how well they trying to hide it or whatever, I guarantee you, because the average person that go out, call themselves partying or whatever, they just having a good time, I guarantee you, they sucking back them drinks. They sucking back them drinks. You know what I mean? Trying to forget about something. You know what I mean? Trying to forget about something. You know what I mean? Whereas though when they get them 5 or 10 drinks in them or whatever, you know what I mean? They got that alter ego going, and you know what I mean? Whatever was bothering them beforehand, you know what I mean? They didn't escape. But then you got others that, you know what I mean, don't use the drink and have another poison, what you would call another vice, poison, or whatever. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know. Brother Northwood in the building. Salute. Yeah, but like I say, hopefully I can get Maurice on here once he's feeling a little better and a little, you know what I mean, stronger. You know what I mean? Because I tell him he got a story that somebody's, you know what I mean, somebody out there need to hear, because when you think of people and you think of somebody, oh, they ended up in a chair from, you know what I mean, being in the streets or whatever, doing this, that, or the third in the streets, they think of that, oh, that's a loser, or that loser was out there doing something that was bound to happen or whatever. The last thing they would think is that he's a freaking veteran. He's a veteran. You know what I mean? He defended the country. You know what I mean? He's not the average person. He's, you know what I mean? Talk about how, you know what I mean, the smallest things, and he constantly, you know what I mean, praising God. Broke, you know what I mean, suffers from Bell palsy, whereas though he can't even smile. You know what I mean? He can't even smile. You know what I mean? If you offered him $1 million, you know what I mean, for a smile, the smile, he couldn't do it. And that's another thing, average person, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You don't think about not being able to smile, but you got it in your heart, you know what I mean, to be thinking about somebody else more than yourself. If that ain't a selfless act, you know what I mean, in itself, man, I mean, I was just, he just, oh man, bro got to me in a way that, you know what I mean, usually I you know what I mean, like I could say that I'm it's very seldom that I'm impressed. It ain't too much that impressed me. You know what I mean? Because I done seen so much in my time that it's not a whole lot that impresses me. You know what I mean? But just to have them words or whatever, he's stuck in the VA hospital, but he's telling everybody else to enjoy their day. You know what I mean? To have a good day. Make sure they have a good day. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know, man. Kind of, you know what I mean? But like I say, I know I'm gonna have some people come through the joint because people are so shallow, they so fickle. You know what I mean? You will see the thumbnail, and like I say, they see that and boom boom, they see gunshots on the. You know what I mean? The the bullet holes on the thumbnail. Oh man, it's gonna be a video about somebody being shot, and that'd be the only way they turn. That'd be the only reason why they turned in. I mean. So if you one of them people that turned in because you thought you was going to see a video, you know what I mean, of somebody being shot, pow, 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 pew, 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 pew. You know what I mean? I hope that was satisfying enough for you. Because that's all I got for you. You know what I mean? The joint was about Brother Marty. You know what I mean? And as far as gunplay and all that, that's all I got for you. No. I'm lying. I was just playing. That ain't all I got for you. Let me stop playing. Let me show you this. Let me show you this real quick. Let me show you this real quick. Let me show you this one real quick. Boom, boom, boom. That's another one for you. But that's all I got. That's all I got. That's all the gunplay we got around here. I told y'all about the bells and whistles. You want bells and whistles? I got bells and whistles. I got a bell right beside that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, then you hit that bell. Ding dong. You know what I mean? After you do that, want that whistle? Find your local lifeguard. He needs something to do right now because the pools haven't opened. So support your local lifeguards. Help them blow their whistle. I don't know. You know, I'm different around here. I'm different. But you want something else different? I got a story. Would you like to hear it? I got plenty of stories. You want sad? You want sad? Do you want disgusting? Do you want what you want? Drama? You want gunplay? I saw a joint on YouTube just last night. 30-year-old woman in Atlanta. Say, you don't want me to narrate it? You want me to show you the clip? No. Listen. You know what I mean? 30-year-old woman in Atlanta. She's driving along with her 3 kids in the car. 3 kids in the car. From age, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 12 or 13, down to like the age of 4. Somewhere like that, right? But 3 kids in the car. 3 kids. 3 of them. All 3 of them, right? You know what I mean? Some kind of way she gets in a road rage argument or whatever with a group full of, I don't know if all of them were teenagers or whatever, but it happened to be one teen in the car or whatever. They happened to get in some kind of confrontation. It's being said that she followed this car full of people, which had the teenager in it, for approximately 15 miles before she pulled up along the side of this car and fired at least 1 shot into the vehicle, striking the teenager in the face. In the face. In the face. And that's not all. When she had actually pointed the gun out of the window, one of the occupants of the other vehicle was able to get a picture of her cell phone, or maybe the person was an actual professional photographer. I don't know. But she got a very good picture of her characteristics or whatever, and her holding the gun as well, like this. Like this. She wasn't holding the gun like this. She held that joint like this. Showing up. Gangster. She held the gun sideways like this and shot her in the face. You know what I mean? In the face. In the face. But it's being said that she said that, and this is allegedly, right? It's being said that allegedly she was trying to help the teenager with a bad tooth that she had. It was said that she had a bad tooth and she didn't have the money for a root canal. So she said she took aim at the tooth and extracted the tooth. via gunshot. Like this. Like this. She held the gun like this. And she shot her in the face. The women have actually become gangster. Gangster. Movie style gangster. Where they hold their firearms like this. Side on. Holding a firearm in an appropriate manner is no longer, a thing. I'm going to shoot you in the face. Side on. I got to look gangster. When I shoot you in the face. With my 3 kids in the car with me. Yeah, I gotta shoot with my 3 kids in the car with me. I don't know if she was saying to the kids, you see this? You see how I'm holding this, right? You see? Look, am I the only one? Am I the only one that doesn't have blinders on? Am I the only one that's seeing what's happening in the world without blinders on? When a mother of three decides that it is the appropriate thing to do in a road rage incident would be to follow another vehicle, a vehicle full of people, and in the end, fire at least one shot into this vehicle, striking a teenage female in the face. In the face. You know what I mean? They say that she was charged with a bunch of assaults. They said nothing about attempted murder, all right? But this female was struck in the face, right? Well, maybe it was to her benefit that she held the gun side on, you know what I mean? Because that way the recoil sent the, you know what I mean, didn't send the you know what I mean, her jerking up, which could have potentially turned into a deadly situation. You know what I mean? Striking her in her actual head. You know what I mean? So maybe it worked for her. Maybe it worked for them both. It's being said that the teenager no longer needs a root canal. The mother of 3 is at the moment getting some well-needed rest. Look, man, like I told you, we all need of a good wrench, because we all got some screws loose somewhere. You know what I mean? And I know I'm in that crowd. You know what I mean? I know I got a couple loose. Because this is not a laughing matter. This is not a laughing matter. But in a day and age where the whole world has become so desensitized, whereas though, you know, you could see somebody basically, you know what I mean, lose their existence right in front of you, and it's not even a big deal. You know what I mean? Let me pop somebody while I have my 3 kids in the car with me. It's nothing. You know what I mean? They'll be just fine. You know what I mean? They'll be fine. You know what I mean? They'll be fine. Oh man, mom just shot somebody again. You know what I mean? Mom shot somebody again. Oh ma. Oh ma. Come on, ma. But you know what I mean? I'm freestyling this thing. I had to get on here, and sometimes I might play with some things. I get serious about some things or whatever. You know what I mean? I just wanted to burn out some time or whatever. You know, I just had this kind of, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just call it a very interesting day. It's like I said, I just happened to be on Facebook, and I don't usually be on there like that. And I actually first I saw before I even came and ran into my homeboy Maurice live. I seen the live that my homeboy Mac Ming from Mac Ming True Stories it actually posted. Somebody got a call. It never fails. It never fails. It's like nephew always know when I'm trying to go live, and he'll call me. But let's see what nephew wants. Dave. Hold what you got, and we're going to continue in a minute. We're going to burn this little hour and some change up. What up? Right? Yeah, for a hot second earlier. Yeah, on the live. All right. All right. Love you too, nephew. Nephew just say, well, whatever. I ain't getting into what nephew say. You know what I mean? What I want to say, how in the hell do correctional officers get a day off while they at work? What the hell is Officer Appreciation Day? You at work, but you want to lock everybody. You want to put the whole joint on lockdown because y'all got an Appreciation Day. Get their asses a set of earphones and let them have a good day. Give them a burger or something. You know what I mean? How you gonna lock everybody down? Man, get on out of here with that crazy Officer Appreciation Day. People have visits scheduled. You know what I mean? You only get video visit. You have video. Nine people then lost their video visits because of a Officer Appreciation Day. All right, miss me with all that. But anyway, as I was saying before nephew hollered. You know what I mean? Mac Mean, true story, had a live on Facebook, and he was talking about the whole YouTube thing or whatever, and how when you start out, you might, you know what I mean, share your content with the people you know via Facebook or whatever, right? And he was like, you'll find out that the people that you actually know personally will 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 be the ones that actually won't, I mean, support what it is you doing, right? Will be the last people to support what it is you doing, right? He was like, you know what I mean? Some of them, low key, you know what I mean, will be actually rooting for you to fail. You know what I mean? And I was sitting there and I was like, damn, man, you know what I mean? Why are you giving me all this truth? You know what I mean? This early in the morning. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I ain't ready for this much truth early in the morning. You know what I mean? And then you ever got to think about people, they start talking about people that do YouTube and be like, everybody, you know what I mean, can't do what the next person do when it comes to this YouTube thing. You might look and say, this person, you know what I mean, got this many, you know what I mean, subs or whatever. I should have that many subs. And he was like, well, sometimes the thing that different, I mean, that separates you from that person is the dedication. A lot of times people actually be lazy. You know what I mean? What actually stops them from growing is the fact that they lazy, right? And I was like, damn, what was that, a shot? No chaser? You know what I mean? What damn, Mac? Was that a shot being fired? No. I felt like I just got shot, right? But I was like, and that was only because that's exactly what I be doing, right? That's exactly what I be doing, right? And it ain't the fact that I be just being lazy. You know what I mean? No, that is exactly it is all truth. I be being lazy. You know what I mean? But it's like a little bit of laziness mixed with a little bit of impatience. You know what I mean? Because sometimes sometimes I feel like, you know, wait a minute, I feel like my channel should be growing more than it is, you know? But I be like looking at my analytics and be like, damn, it was a month since the last time I've been on this joint. So what he was saying today had to make it made me think, like, how you expect to have something grow when you ain't even putting the work in? That's like, you know what I mean, building a house. You call yourself trying to build a house, but you only come and throw one brick in the dirt. You come throw one brick in the dirt and expect somebody to come over there and you know what I mean, one brick can't shelter nobody. You know what I mean? You can't shelter nobody with one brick. You know what I mean? Show up. Only thing you got to do is show up. If you constantly show up, eventually other people are going to show up. And before you know it, you're bound to grow. Just like you say, because you could come on there, you could come on here, and what I found that he didn't lie, you could come on here, because I've been seeing the weirdest stuff on YouTube. You could come on YouTube, sit in front of the camera, and do this. Stare at the camera with your finger in your ear and say nothing. And eventually, there will be people that just tune in to see you stare at the camera like this. And I probably in your comments your comments will be full with people, even if they ain't doing nothing but trolling you. When you going, how long you be standing there with your finger in your ear? Do you ever take your finger out your ear? When the last time you washed that finger? You know what I mean? There's a place for any and everybody on YouTube. But it's all about showing up. You know what I mean? It's all about being dedicated enough to actually show up. You know what I mean? And actually, it's really, you ain't even got to have nothing to say. Not anything of any substance. You really don't. Just so you really don't even have to open your mouth. Just be on the freaking camera. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got to do nothing but be on the camera. Blackout salute. I mean, it's just real talk. It's just real talk. But like I say, Mac, my man. That's my man. You know what I mean? I know he might not think I do, but everything that he give me, you know what I mean? I be listening. But it's just I be dealing with a whole bunch of real life. I be dealing with a whole bunch of real life, whereas though, you know what I mean? I don't be, you know what I mean? My concentration level don't be like it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? But I'm a tap in. You know what I mean? Northwood say your Wi-Fi sick. You say your Wi-Fi sick, Northwood. Give yeah. But like I say, I don't know. I'm getting ready to start challenging myself to commit to at least an hour at least 5 times out of the week. You know what I mean? To jump on here, whereas though I could start getting, you know what I mean, what I'm trying to say out. Because I say I be appreciating and everybody that actually be tuning in to, you know what I mean, my lives or when I upload any form of content or whatever. Anybody that push that button just to see what it is I'm saying, you know what I mean, I be appreciating. And if you hit that, if you hit that subscribe button, we family. We family off rip. You know what I mean? I don't do the subscriber. You know what I mean? I don't have no subscribers. I got family. You know what I mean? You hit that joint, we family over here. You know what I mean? So people be thinking like, you know, I got people on here whereas though I don't see them for a long or for a certain amount of time. I'm actually thinking about them. I'm actually getting ready to put a call out for them. You know what I mean? That's just like my Australian brother, Johnny Legs. You know what I mean? I ain't heard from my brother Johnny Legs in a minute. You know what I mean? And I be actually tapped in with Johnny off of YouTube. You know what I mean? I was actually, you know what I mean, tapped in with Johnny on email. You know what I mean? He would awfully hit each other on email, conversate or whatever. And I ain't even talked to him, you know what I mean, as far as email. And I'm trying not to, you know what I mean? I actually got the address to his parents, you know what I mean? And I'm trying not to actually write his parents and, you know what I mean? But I feel like, you know what I mean? I'm getting to the point where though I'm, you know what I mean? Because I'm in tune, you know what I mean? And I just want to make sure, you know what I mean? Because I didn't built a relationship over with this thing. You know what I mean? I call his sons or whatever. I done told his sons that me and Johnny brothers, and you know what I mean, they my nephews. I call his sons my nephews. You know what I mean? And they small kids, or they was amazed. You know what I mean? I come on a live and shout them out on the lives. You know, they just got a kick out of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But like it'd be just anybody that I deal with on here and they tap in to the channel or whatever. If I'm used to seeing you on here and I don't see you for a minute or whatever, I get the feeling a certain kind of way or whatever, and I don't want to know where I mean, you could be where you at, but I would just want to know that, you know what I mean, my family all right. You know what I mean? I want to make sure my family all right. That's just like Brother Baltimore Bike Life. You know what I mean? I would see Bike Life, even if I wasn't posting, I might go on somebody else's channel and see Bike Life, you know what I mean, putting comments, you know what I mean, leaving comments on other people's channels, and I ain't seen them on nobody else's channel lately. And there's been so much craziness going on here, whereas though I don't know whether or not, you know what I mean, if you know what I mean, he didn't got, you know what I mean, caught up in some of that craziness or whatever, because he actually know who I am from around the way. You know what I mean? He made that known, you know what I mean, when he first tapped into me. You know what I mean? He was like, I remember you from such and such. I remember you from such and such street. And when he said what street it was, I was like, yeah, you're right. You absolutely right. You know what I mean? And the street that he said, you know what I mean, it been on fire. You know what I mean? The street been on fire, you know what I mean, for the last few months. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that, you know what I mean, Brother Bike Life straight, you know what I mean? So if anybody happen to hear from Brother Bike Life, something to tap in, you know what I mean, I want to make sure he good. You know what I mean? But and for those who may just happen to stumble across the channel or whatever, and say, well, who is this Bike Life guy? You can go back and find my live video where I say Baltimore, where I got the dirt bikes, the guys on the dirt bikes, you know what I mean, on the thumbnail or whatever. It's a video or live that I did, and he came in, he was actually, you know what I mean, in the live with me that particular day. You can get familiar, you know what I mean, that part. But I'm like, I didn't say so much. You know, I had a few things that I was, a few points that I wanted to hit on when I thought about doing the live or whatever. But what had happened was, I came in here from work, I ate, and I shut my eyes for what seemed like 5 minutes, and those thoughts just dissipated. Most of them anyway, just dissipated. And I had a bunch of points that I was just going to be, boom, right after one after another. And most of them just dissipated. You know what I mean? Other than the main fact that I wanted to come in and talk about my homie Marty, you know what I mean? And I was hoping if I kept the live going long enough, you know what I mean? Because he told me to send him the link, you know what I mean? I sent him the link, but like I say, he told me, you know what I mean, he was weak. You know what I mean? He was real weak or whatever. You know what I mean? He been real tired, you know what I mean? So he might not have been up for it, but I told him if he didn't have to, you know what I mean, actually get on the joint and talk, if he was up, you know what I mean, he could actually, you know what I mean, be in the chat, you know what I mean? But he might be laid out sleep or whatever. But he told me that you know what I mean, once he get himself together a little bit, that he ain't had no problem. He wouldn't have no problem actually coming on the channel and, you know what I mean, kicking it. You know, like I say, I'm trying to, my wish is to change the whole narrative. You know what I mean? My wish is to change the whole narrative of when people speak on Baltimore. You know what I mean? Yeah, I say Baltimore. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's Baltimore and I know how to say Baltimore, but I'm a native. So forever it'll be Baltimore. You know what I mean? It'll always be Baltimore. You know what I mean? But the hell was that? Oh, there's always a negative, you know what I mean, stigma attached to the city itself. And granted, there's a lot of negative stuff that goes on, but there's a lot of positive stuff going on within the city too, even though it gets overshadowed. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, you know what I mean, positive stuff that's, you know what I mean, associated with the city, even with the past. But it gets overshadowed. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you know or not, I've been crowned the king of Yamin to the point, wifey, I hate it. I hate it. Why you always got to, Yamin? I'm the king of Yamin. You know what I mean? I can't help it. I've been crowned the king of Yamin. You know what I mean? No, not Yao Ming, the basketball player. Yamin. You know what I mean? Yamin. And I say it so much because I want to make sure what I'm saying is being understood, that you're keeping up with what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't want anything to be lost in translation. You know what I mean? For the fact that I really don't like to repeat myself. You know what I mean? But I actually want you to understand what it is I'm saying. You know what I mean? Actually. But another thing, right? And I'm trying to think of some stuff. Just bear with me a little bit. Bear with me a little bit. Yeah, no, this means nothing. And no, I'm not doing it. I'm not throwing up any gang signs. I'm not affiliated. You know what I mean? You know, no, I'm not, you know what I mean, doing any finger play with any freaky ghosts or anything. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Speaking about, you know what I mean? No, I ain't even gonna go there. You know what I mean? But on a more serious note, right? We are in a position as far as the city, right? The city of Baltimore made history last Father's Day, right? And I'm going to take credit. I'm going to take credit, right? I'm going to take credit for that. You know what I mean? Because right before Father's Day last year, I did a video, right? And I uploaded this video. And in the video, I was speaking on how it would be real nice if that particular Father's Day that the city recorded no murders. You know what I mean? And to my surprise, we recorded no murders for Father's Day 2021. You know what I mean? I even searched the internet, and not even as much as a shooting. Not even as much as a shooting recorded. And once I found that out, I instantly jumped on my Facebook Live, because I will have more people that actually, you know what I mean, tune into my Facebook Live, something that I'm not even using, as jump on my actual, you know what I mean, YouTube Live or whatever. You know what I mean? And I saluted the young guys for actually putting them guns down last Father's Day. You know what I mean? And told anybody else, if you come across any young people or whatever that you know out there, salute them as well, because that was big. What they did was big. For them to put them guns down for that entire day, you know what I mean? That was big. So now with Mother's Day coming up this weekend, I want to see if the city is actually going to take another stand, you know what I mean? And not record any murders. And I'm putting out, I wanna make it bigger. I don't want to do the same thing. I don't want them to do the same thing. I want them to know that they can better, you know what I mean? They can go bigger. They can go bigger. They can go better. You know what I mean? I want to put the call out that they not only put, you know what I mean, the guns down for actual Mother's Day, but for the whole weekend, the whole Mother's Day weekend. You know what I mean? No shootings, no murders, no shootings for the whole Mother's Day weekend. They did it. They did it on a day where as though if you know, you know. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep actually putting it out there. You know what I mean? But if you know, you know. You know what I mean? But like I say, go a step further. They can go a step further. Instead of doing one day, instead of doing that one day, do the whole weekend. Do the whole weekend. I don't know where the help came from. I don't know where that help came from. But that video is still on my page. The video is still on my channel. You know what I mean? That call, you know what I mean, for no shootings for that particular day. So it's not like I'm making it up. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure I had some help from somewhere. But you know what the most remarkable thing is? That if you go back and view that video that I put out, putting that call out for no fathers being killed on Father's Day or whatever, that video probably only, well, YouTube say that video only got like 30 views. Probably if it got 30 views, right? YouTube say that video only got 30 views, right? But yet that word got out there. That word got out there to the point, you know what I mean? What I asked for, you know what I mean, was actually granted, you know what I mean? So, but that's another whole thing in its entirety, you know what I mean? And I'm sorry that I'm sorry that I'm not sorry, you know what I mean? Because I started this whole movement of mine, you know what I mean, on a certain thing, and I'm trying to stand on it, you know what I mean, on a betterment tip, you know what I mean. And I'm sorry if I don't come on here and do what the next person do. You know what I mean? I have no choice but to be me. I gotta be me because everybody else is taken. You dig? You know what I mean? I gotta be me because everybody else is taken. You understand me? Salute. Salute. Generation X, home team. My man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if you caught the last part of that, bro. You know what I mean? I was just saying how last year I did a video. I actually did a video saying how it would be nice if the the city recorded no murders for Father's Day last year, before Father's Day. And we actually didn't record any murders Father's Day, right? So I say, I'm going to put out another video before the week is out, probably the next day or two, reminding the city that they actually made that happen, you know what I mean, Father's Day, and challenge them to go a step further and put them guns down for the whole Mother's Day weekend. You know what I mean? And I actually challenge them to go the whole weekend. You know what I mean? They done already made history. You know what I mean? That was historic. Even though it got downplayed, you know what I mean? Even though it got downplayed, and what was crazy, I don't get, you know what I mean? The original video probably had neither one of the videos, the original video and the video after it, stating that there were no shootings, murders. Neither one of those videos, I think, are at 40 views. You know what I mean? But yet they made history. They made history. Imagine the local news coming on, that means that actual night with no lead story. You know what I mean? The local news had no lead story, you know, because they're used to coming in and speaking about a murder. They're used to coming in and speaking about a murder or a shooting. They had to come on, their lead story that night had to be a shooting that happened like 2 or 3 days before. You know what I mean? Because they didn't have a recent murder. You know what I mean? You imagine, can you imagine, you know what I mean, how tight some people had to be? You know what I mean? Yeah, man, they did it once, bro. They did it. It's factual. You know what I mean? It's factual. You can go back if you don't believe me, Google it. You don't believe me, Google it. You don't believe me? Anybody don't believe me, Google it. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I'm like, and they did it, like I say, they did it once, they could do it again. They could do it again. But just imagine they went the whole weekend. They go through this whole weekend. That they actually go through this whole weekend. No murders, no guns go off, period. The whole weekend. I might have the hard security. I might have the hard security. Because they're gonna say, oh nah, he messing with the church's money. He messing with the church's money. You know what I mean? This dude saying this dude got them to put. I didn't get nobody to do nothing physically because I didn't even have 40 people view my video. If you listen to what YouTube say 40 people ain't even see the video. So was it me? You know what I mean? Did I have anything to do with it? Or was this something that was already, you know what I mean, planned? You know what I mean? Is this something that somebody else already, you know what I mean, the real powers that be already had planned? And you know what I mean? And hey, and bro, on some realness, let's you know what I mean, you from the town, so you already know if it's one day a year, if it's it was more than one of these days a year, but that's one of the days, bro, that it wouldn't be hard to catch a person slipping. You know what I mean? Because you will have people out there trying to go, you know what I mean? Trying to go see their kids, or, you know what I mean? Trying to go see their peoples, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't be hard to, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be hard to make something happen, you know what I mean? But just the fact that they showed that restraint, you know what I mean? That they showed that restraint when it wouldn't have been that hard to pull it, to actually pull it off. You know what I mean? Can't do nothing. I can't do nothing but commend them. I can't do nothing but commend them. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. And I be saying to myself, you know what I mean? And I didn't went through the whole thing when I do the live, and I'm like, I only got a couple people subscribe to my joint, but I've been noticed when I do the live joint, I would be on there and it would be say a certain number was in the room, and then the joint would go to zero out of nowhere. It would fall all the way down to zero. And I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? I'm like, wait a minute. How the hell is it? Did it just go from whatever to zero? You know what I mean? This shit crazy. You know what I mean? And I actually said it like, yo, there's something crazy, something going on. I'm a joint just jumping, it's going, falling all the way down to zero. But then next thing I know, months down the line, I see bigger names. You know what I mean? I'm seeing people with showing up names and numbers saying the same thing. You know what I mean? My joint just dropped all the way down to zero. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Exactly. And it ain't changed. Bro, it ain't changed. It ain't changed. You know what I mean? It ain't changed at all. That's why I say it ain't changed. It's just people show some restraint. It was just some restraint shown, bro. And I don't know who, you know what I mean? Because I let it be known. You know what I mean? I don't control nothing. I'm not in control of anybody. You know what I mean? So I don't know who was out there, you know what I mean, making whatever happen, you know what I mean, on that end. But whoever did make it happen, I appreciate them. I deeply appreciate them. You know what I mean? But like I say, just like I said the last time, no dead daddies, no dead daddies, 2021. You know what I mean? No dead daddies, Mother's Day. You know what I mean? Or no crying mothers. I did no dead daddies, no crying mom, no crying mothers, no crying mothers this weekend. You know what I mean? I mean, hashtags no crying mama. Anybody, hashtag it. No crying mothers. No crying mothers 2022. Now, no crying mamas, hashtag it. No crying mothers. No, I can't even fucking get my words. And I ain't been nowhere near no motherfucking peanut butter. And my shit sticking all together and whatnot and shit. Hashtag no crying mothers 2022. You know what I mean? There you go. That part. Motherfucker say I ain't been nowhere near no peanut butter. No Reese cups, none of that shit. I need my motherfucking Newport. I thought I had that joint in my pocket. I need my Newport. Like I need a hole in my head. But I'ma smoke that motherfucker anyway. Hold what you got. Yeah, I gotta find out what's up with my man Bike Life, man. Hey, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. I was saying that, and I was saying when it happened, I was telling people, man, salute them young brothers. Salute them young brothers for putting them joints down, you know what I mean, for that day. Because that's how you going to get them to do it again. You know what I mean? That is how you're going to get them to do it again. Hell yeah, there you go, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You gotta salute them. Because if you act like you didn't see it, you know what I mean? They made history. They made history. But if you act like it wasn't a big deal and you didn't see it, well, you know what I mean? What's the sense of them doing it again? You know what I mean? If you're not going, you know what I mean, respect them for pulling that shit off. I mean, that ain't even an easy feat. Especially when you got beef, out there and you say, all right, nigga, everybody getting a pass. Everybody getting a pass today. You know what I mean? Beef don't usually get no pass. Beef don't get no pass. You know what I mean? But see that's how you see where the real, when you can separate the real from the ones that's just talking shit. You know what I mean? Because when you say stuff like that, well, damn, they need to be congratulated. Shit. Motherfucker won't open their mouth and say nothing. Be the same one to say that you can't talk. I mean, you can't talk to them young guys. You a goddamn lie if you can't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can. You can talk to them. You can talk to them young guys. You know what I mean? Yes, you can talk to them young guys. But what it is, you can't talk down to them. You know what I mean? You can talk to them, you just can't talk down to them. And that be the thing. You know what I mean? Most of the people want to try to talk down to them. You know what I mean? And they not having that. They not having that. And rightfully. And rightfully. You know what I mean? Right. And we need to get that back, man. We got to start instilling some of them old values back, man. But like I say, that wall of communication, got to be, you know what I mean, reaffirmed. You know what I mean? You got to reaffirm that wall of communication, man. You know what I mean? But like I say, and people got to start acting like, stop acting like you talking to a child. I don't care if this person is 17 years old, 14 years old. If they've been out there for the last 2 years, holding it down, surviving, you know what I mean? Basically, probably taking care of they brothers, little brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? But then you want to talk to them like they're a little small child, but yet they doing more than the average 30-year-old is doing. But you want to talk down to them? Ain't nobody they ain't having that. You better get on. You better push with that. You know what I mean? You better push with that. You see, and that's what people be getting this. Everything be getting it twisted. You know what I mean? I done had conversations with I don't know how many young guys, man, all the time. You know what I mean? You gotta give a person the same energy that you expect from them. If you can respect a person, I'm telling you, like I tell people, it is very hard. It is very hard to disrespect somebody that's showing you the utmost respect. I mean, dead ass serious. If somebody's showing you the utmost respect, it's hard to fucking it's hard to feel right about disrespecting them. You know what I mean? Because it'll actually make you look stupid. It's gonna make you look stupid. You know what I mean? If this person's showing you the utmost respect, but then you just going out your way to show disrespect, it's gonna make you look right stupid. You know what I mean? And I tell people that, you know what I mean? Only thing you got to do is be respectful. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised just how far that'll carry you. You know what I mean? And that goes, you know what I mean? As far as with the young guys, go the same way. You know what I mean? They're going to show that same level of respect. Now, don't think that just because you can build a conversation that immediately you're going to change something. No, but the first step, you know what I mean? The first step is breaking down the wall, you know what I mean, to be able to communicate. Now, once you communicate, you can start politicking. It's a process, just like you have countries, you know what I mean, that had to communicate, you know what I mean, with one another before they actually get certain things established. Ain't nothing just going to happen after one conversation. It very seldom, you know what I mean, is going to work like that. You know what I mean? But once you get the lines of communication going, you know what I mean, it ain't no telling what you can accomplish. But it is what it is. But you got people I found out in my many years, I found out that you got so many people that are so good with talking. I mean, most people got a good talk game. You know what I mean? But when it comes to putting that shit in action, you know what I mean? Oh, they should do this, should do that, do that, do. You know what I mean? All right, let's go around there. Let's go around there on Monument and talk to the young guys. Oh well, I got a meeting. I gotta go. I gotta be at a meeting in like 20 minutes. Motherfucker, you ain't gotta be to work until fucking 6:30 in the morning. How you talking about? It's goddamn 10:30. What you talking about? You gotta be what meeting you gotta be at in 20 minutes? Oh no, I gotta get ready for the meeting. I gotta get ready for that meeting. You bluffing? Get on waiting here. Sounded good. I tell a person quit. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about, you know what I mean, or what the problem is or whatever. This is a problem. That is a problem. Don't come at me talking about it's a problem that these young guys should do this or they young guys doing this, young guys doing that. Okay, if you want to talk about the problem, then you got to bring some kind of a fix for it. You know what I mean? What is your solution? What you think would be a viable solution? You know what I mean? You don't have a possible solution? So why are you even talking? Why are you even speaking on it? You know what I mean? You don't even have a possible solution. You speaking on something, but you just, you know what I mean? You just making it hotter. You just fucking with the ozone. You know what I mean? You just fucking up the ozone. You know what I mean? With all that. I don't know. Like, I always been different. I always been a different type of person. Like I say, you gotta miss me. You gotta miss me with the garbage. You know what I mean? You gotta miss me with the garbage. Because I always been one. I didn't, you know what I mean? You gotta get up extra early in the morning. You gotta get up extra early in the morning if you're gonna get something past me. You know what I mean? and I don't get up early like that. I don't even get up early like that. But you're gonna have to get up extra early if you think you're gonna get something past me, and I'm not gonna catch it. That way. Yeah, I say I'm getting these people. I got to call this dude, man. I had somebody call my joint. Well, people be hacking pages and all that stuff. I had somebody hit me on Messenger and was like, "Yo, what's your cell phone number?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, yo, you hit me on Messenger. Why you didn't just hit the FaceTime joint? Why you didn't just hit the phone joint on the Messenger? And that way you could have, you know what I mean, asked me whatever you needed to ask me, you know, instead of just putting words in the joint." So I'm automatically thinking that somebody didn't hack this joint. I'm like, who is this? I know who it was, but or who it was supposed to be. I say, who is this? And then I don't get no answer. So I guess that's was the end of the conversation. I don't know if he wanted me to do something because I done told people I only got a couple people on my joint, but if you got something positive in nature, you know what I mean, and I ain't got no problem to I put it out there, you know what I mean. It's something positive in nature. I'll expose what you got going on to my little my little couple hundred people. You know what I mean? Long as it's something long as it's something positive in nature. You know what I mean? I'm just, you know what I mean, not with the, you know what I mean, I'm not with the craziness. You know what I mean? There I go again, the king of yeah, I mean. You know what I mean? Wifey be like, every time you put up a live, you probably say yeah, I mean 500 times in the live. You know what I mean? 500 times. And I'll be like, and you exaggerate. You exaggerate. What you mean that 500 times? Ain't no way I say that no 500 times, yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, ain't no way in the world I say no, yeah, I mean 500 times, yeah, I mean. I'm clocking it. I be clocking it. Hey man, I was hoping my brother Marty, man, was going to hop in the chat sometime during it while I was on this joint. But it's all good. I know he gonna catch it. He gonna catch it later. You know what I mean? When he get a chance or whatever. And he'll see, you know what I mean, what I be doing or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure we gonna tap in and do some things when he get his strength up or whatever. But like I say, once again, I wanna send those condolences out to those people that I said in the beginning of the live. Uncle Stink, you know what I mean? Robert McGee. Condolences on the loss of your daughter, Unc. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to my homeboy, childhood friend, Wayne Hardison. You know what I mean? Damn, Wayne. Condolences to my homie, Jack Coco, on the loss of his son. You know what I mean? And it was somebody else that lost somebody, man. And I can't, you know what I mean? I can't remember. I can't actually remember right now. But you know who you are, you know what I mean? Because you one of my friends on Facebook, and just know, you know what I mean, you in my thoughts and all that, you know what I mean. But yeah, but if you get if you get like I said, if you happen to stumble across, you know what I mean, if you end up with your shoestrings untied for some reason and you happen to trip and bump your head against your touchscreen device and end up with this live playing, you know what I mean, and you heard what I was saying in this joint, you know what I mean, you found it interesting enough to listen for more than 15 minutes and you got anything that I was saying on here, you know what I mean, hashtag what I said for this weekend. Hashtag no mamas crying. No mamas crying. You know what I mean? 2022. Baltimore is going to make history again this year. I'm saluting the youngins. I'm saluting the young dudes. Not just the young dudes, because they're not the only ones out there letting that pipe bust. You know what I mean? I'm saluting all the dudes out there, you know what I mean, period. You know what I mean? But the younger ones are probably the most, you know what I mean, active. You know what I mean? But I'm saluting them. I'm saluting them again for making history. You know what I mean? Father's Day 2021. You know what I mean? But I'm putting out that challenge for them, you know what I mean, to do it again. You know what I mean? To do it again, not only do it again, but to do it bigger this go round. Instead of just doing it that one day, put them down for the whole weekend, man. Lay them down for the whole weekend. Lay them joints down for the whole weekend, man. You know what I mean? Show them what y'all capable of. Show them people, show the naysayers, man. Like I said before, when I did that video the last time and put that call out, and I told y'all that y'all run, you know what I mean? Y'all actually run the city. You know what I mean? And I need to talk to the people at HBO because, you know what I mean, I think they kind of took my, you know what I mean, my joint, but that's something else. But y'all actually run the city, man. Y'all actually run the city and y'all don't know it, man. But like I say, y'all got y'all button. Y'all got y'all finger on the button, man. You know what I mean? Y'all actually running this. You know what I mean? But show them y'all can do it again, man. Show them that y'all can do it again. Do it this time. Do it bigger and better, man. Show them, you know what I mean? Make them like y'all did it last year. Like I say, you can't imagine. It seemed like something small, but it was nothing small at all. It was far from being small. You know what I mean? What y'all did was major. Shameless plug. You know what I mean? What y'all did was major. You feel me? Was major. Straight like that. You know what I mean? Imagine the news stations, man. The news stations wasn't able to come on that night and talk about a murder. That's usually their lead story. You know what I mean? Y'all made the news stations suffer from erectile dysfunctions. You know what I mean? They get shown up hard-ons when, you know what I mean, when they get news story, when they can lead off with a news story of a murder. Each one of them be trying to get it out there first. You know what I mean? Y'all gave all the news stations erectile dysfunction. Y'all left them straight limp that night. You know what I mean? Y'all left the news stations straight limp where they had to talk about Friday. You know what I mean? It was Sunday night and they had to talk about a murder from Friday as their lead story. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't no fresh body. You know what I mean? So when y'all do it again this year, come Sunday, have them, well, you know what I mean? Make them talk about an old body. You know what I mean? Nothing from that weekend at all. You know what I mean? Lay them things down for the whole weekend, man. You know what I mean? Lay them down for the whole weekend, man. Make everybody take notice. And if you getting this, if you, like I said, if you happen to trip over something and bang your head on your touch screen, the joint, and you came across my video, this don't just go for Baltimore. You know what I mean? This don't just go for Baltimore. If you in somewhere like St. Louis, New York, you know what I mean, Louisiana, wherever, you know what I mean, same thing apply. Hashtag it, man. No mama's crying. 2022. No mama's crying. You know what I mean? Put them things down for the weekend, man. Put them things down for the weekend. No murders, no murders, no murders this weekend, man. Make the whole country, make them all take notice, man. You know what I mean? Of what y'all can do. You know what I mean? Of what y'all can do. Let's get it. Let's get it. But I ain't gonna be dragging, you know what I mean, this whole thing out. Because I'm gonna be out with this Newport. You hear me? You hear me? You know what I mean? But before I slide, I gotta thank all my family that tuned in tonight. That tuned in and helped me, you know what I mean, play with the algorithm. Home team, Generation X, you know what I mean? My brother Northwood, you know what I mean? My brother Sunfish, you know what I mean? My brother Blackout, you know what I mean? Salute. And salute to all of anybody else that slid through and just watched from the bushes. You know what I mean? Salute to you as well. You feel me? But like I say, I was going to be out with that Newport. The Newport is out. I got to be up 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So ain't going to be dragging it. You know what I mean? Ain't going to be dragging it. But before I leave, I got to do it the right way. And say, great minds think alike. And everybody got greatness in them. Drewski, tapped in, my brother. Salute, bro. Salute, bro. I had to acknowledge, bro. That's bro. That's the bro. That's the bro. Drewski. Brother Drewski the Panda. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. But I'm gonna be back tomorrow, man. I'm getting ready to I'm getting ready to get back in the seat, get back in the swing of things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get back tomorrow. Yeah, but I gotta slide up out this thing. You know what I mean? And stop being. I gotta stop being what they say that is. You know what I mean? 1 or 2 minutes late for nothing. I gotta stop being 1 or 2 minutes late for nothing. But I be telling them I gotta be me because everybody else is taken. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? You already, bro. You already. So all my family that tapped in tonight, I appreciate y'all all, man. You know what I mean? And be safe to y'all. And like I was saying, great minds think alike, and everybody got greatness in them. You never know when somebody gonna come along and pull that greatness up out of you. So to the next time, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share. It's your boy C Major. 2 of them in the air. Later, family.